This video is about Section B of the EDUCAS English Literature Component 1 exam. Section B is about the poetry anthology, and you will need to turn to the correct page to find it. Section B is a 1 hour question, or rather 2 questions that take 1 hour to answer. This is the 2018 paper. The question and poems will be different in your exam. Here's what it will look like. It will say answer both questions, 1 and 2, spend 20 minutes on the first and 40 minutes on the second question. In 2018, the theme was war. It said read the poem Mammoth's Wood by Owen Shears, and the poem is always provided. Mammoth's Wood is a poem about war. Make sure you notice what the theme is you're given. How does Owen Shears present war in this poem? And it reminds you to refer to the context of the poem in your answer. What do you know about Owen Shears? What do you know about the war, the battle for Mammoth's Wood? If you can remember any of the kind of true life, factual, historical stuff, try and mention it. You have 20 minutes to write about the poem, so you need to crack on as quickly as you can. First of all, carefully reading the poem, and as you're reading, looking for quotations that you could write about. Try and pick short quotations that tell you a lot. For example, I might pick out this opening line. For years afterwards, the farmers found them, the wasted young. And in my first answer, perhaps after a short introduction, a sentence summarizing how the poem presents war, I'd then start quickly as I can with my first quote. When Shears, use the poet's surname, when Shears says, for years, the farmers were finding the bodies of the soldiers, this suggests innumerable or a great many soldiers died in this tragic battle. At this point, I might mention what I know about the battle, how they had to march into gunfire, and that's why so many of them died. I would then maybe move on to the next quotation. Shears refers to, quote, the wasted young. The word wasted suggests that these soldiers' lives were thrown away, discarded like rubbish, treated as disposable. The word young emphasizes the tragic nature of their death, that they had their entire lives before them when they were gunned down so brutally. You're then going to write about as many quotes as you can, track through the poem in order, pack in as many quotes as you can, and try and make sure you mention the beginning, middle, and end of the poem. Don't just write about the start. Try and cover the whole poem. I would aim for a minimum of, say, 5 short quotations, but the more the better. And remember, you can mention things like rhyme and the structure of the poem as well. If you do that, make sure you talk about the effect. There's no point saying these 2 lines rhyme. You won't get any marks for that. But if the fact that they rhyme is significant, then mention it and explain why it's significant.